Congratulations, Michelle. What a great job you did in this. And
Thank
I
you.
completely understand why you would pick up the phone and go, Tim, need to be in this.
Yeah, it was pretty shameless though. I'm actually embarrassed to admit that I did it, but I I came so close to not getting the part in Batman with him to play Catwoman, and only because Annette Bening fell out of it. And I thought, I'm not going to let that happen this time. And I think also because I happen to be working with a mutual friend of ours, and she kept really pushing me to call him, and anyway, so I finally did, and I was, of course, apologizing the whole time I was talking to him, and assuring him that he really didn't need to cast me, but I just wanted him to know that I was interested. And then a long time went by, at least a year went by, and I didn't hear anything.
That's got to be kind of aggravating.
Well, I just thought, okay, that was embarrassing, and it's okay, and then, yeah, no, they called me. I was surprised.
Well, you got a good, you go way back with this show because you were one of those kids that used to run home from school to watch it. What was the appeal? Why did you love it so much?
Well, it was, it was just the first of its kind. There was nothing dark in general. It was kind of dark. I mean, it was about vampires, and it was sort of sexy and naughty and scary for the time. I mean, and very tame by today's standards, but for at that time, and there was nothing like it on television, and certainly nothing like it that kids were watching. And I think our mothers maybe weren't even all that aware of what we were watching. I think they were probably getting dinner ready, and there we were, and so it just felt like you were really, participating in something you really shouldn't be.
Yeah, a little naughty.
It was naughty.
What was it like to walk back into Tim Burton's world? And, 20 years later, had he changed? Was there anything different? Anything surprised you?
He hadn't really, no. And, even, and I hadn't talked to Tim in a long time when I did make the call, and it was like hearing my brother on the other end. I think that I'm just very comfortable with him, and he's so, it'll be surprising for people, he's so accessible, Tim. And I just love, I've always, sometimes you just really gel with a director and you have a kind of a shorthand, and maybe because we have similar upbringings, we kind of grew up in similar neighborhoods, we sort of ate the same food, we watched the same TV shows, and so we have this, I don't know, we have a kind of a shorthand, and when you have that relationship with the director, it just makes the process so fun. You're not fighting each other, you're just really in sync and kind of finishing each other's sentences, and it's was terrific.
Great. And then talk about being a brother. Johnny Depp and him are just like joined at the hip.
Yeah.
To work with Johnny, has to be an amazing experience. But to work opposite him with that makeup and him character like that, what was that like for you?
Well, it was kind of like, that the introductory scenes, I'm sort of like, okay, wow, okay, it's not really how I would react, because I would be, screaming bloody murder, and I would sort of be calling the police. So it's sort of, how do we try to ground this in some reality as much as we can? At the same time, it is a movie about vampires, so a person has to really take a leap of faith, and you have to go with it, or it's not the movie for you.
Did he try to hypnotize you with those fingers?
No, but I did, he would, if he felt that you had a particularly good day acting, you would get the finger award, and he would take off one of his fingernail. He would take off one of those disgusting fingernails, and he would give it to you. So I have the Barnabas fingernail award.
You should be honored.
I'm honored.
You totally rock the 70s look, I have to tell you.
It's
The
my
hair.
favorite. It's a really good era for everyone. Maybe not so much for men. Mm-mm. But I think for women, it's like one of my favorite eras.
And the jewelry.
It works.
The jewelry. I understand someone close to you made that jewelry.
Yes, my sister-in-law, married to my brother, has been a jewelry designer for many years, and really, really successful. And I mean, she's my favorite. I wear her stuff all the time. And she, there was this one scene, and I thought of this one necklace that she, and I thought, ooh, you know, I think that one, and showed this one necklace to Colleen Atwood. She flipped, met her, and the next thing you know, she was just designing all kinds of stuff for
Gorgeous
the movie.
stuff. I think she's going to sell more after this film,
I think
too.
she might.
Yeah. Okay, so Michelle, if you could come back 200 years from now and visit your descendants, what would you like to see? What would you hope to see?
What now?
If you could come back in 200 years and visit your descendants, say 200 years in the future,
Uh-huh.
and visit them,
Uh-huh.
what would you be hoping to find?
Wow. I would hope that they've managed to save the planet. I would hope that we had solved the unemployment issue, and people were working. And I would hope that we, everyone could afford health care. Maybe we would find a cure for cancer. Is that too much?
It's not.
In
You can
200
ask
years?
for anything you want.
Okay.
And quickly, of course, with The Dark Knight coming out, are you looking forward to seeing Anne Hathaway's Catwoman?
So much. So excited. Yeah.
I think she's going to rock it.
Totally.
But you
she's
did
so
too.
talented. Well, you know what? It's kind of a, it's a, you can't lose. You know, there's never been a bad Catwoman, honestly, and it's such a fun part to play. And also, you know, it is a cartoon, so it's sort of like, well, how wrong can you go? Because even if you're bad, it's like, well, it's a cartoon. So, and she's so gifted and funny, and she has it all. So I'm very excited to see what she does.
Well, I think people are going to be excited to see you in this. You're spectacular as always. Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
always great to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Michelle.